and welcome to my art channel that does anything art. I do diamond paintings, which I haven't done in a while, but I'm thinking about doing one where I answer any questions about me or things that you'd like to know, and doing like a quick Q&A video. So if you'd like to have your question answered or anything, just write in the comments below. I also do digital drawings, unboxing scroll boxes, and I also have a Let's Try playlist where I try new things that I found at B&M's and the works. Another good series that I've just started is drawing the covers of Disney VHS tapes. But this video is the day 13 of Inktober, Friday the 13th. Now, have you had a good day, good luck, bad luck? I've had an alright day. Are you gonna watch any like horror films today? Obviously it's October, Halloweeny. I don't think I'm gonna do much today, to be honest. Probably watch some Attack on Titan, but that's about it. I'm just glad it's Friday so I can have a little break. But anyway, today for this Inktober is rise. So the keyword is rise, which was a little tricky at first, but then I went onto Pinterest to do my mind map and I saw this image with a girl with her hands in the air and the moon was up, and I just thought she was raising the moon. She's the reason that midnight comes and there's a beautiful moon in the sky. So as I said before, if you've seen any of the other videos from my Inktober challenge, monthly challenges is a good way to do mind maps by adding colours, reference images, and the type of media that you want to use, watercolour, acrylic, pencil, markers. Just write that down and see what inspires you to do it. But I thought this one would be good as a watercolour piece, so I could build them up nice and slowly. When I started this piece, I did the washi tape around the edges, so then when I could finish it, it had like a nice crisp lines to really make the image pop off the page. Now, talking about the paper, I'm using some nice thick watercolour paper, and because I'm doing all of these Inktobers on paper, I'm able to use all of my ScrawlrBox pads, which is good because they've been piled up on my bookcase, not really able to use any of them, so I can use them now. So I did the sketch very lightly because I don't want the pencil to show underneath the watercolor. The sketch was a little difficult at first because I didn't know, because I first put the girl too far onto one side. However, I do correct that pretty quickly and placing her in the center. And after I added some masking fluid, some like latex fluid. But this is my enemy. For some reason, I do not have any control for it. But at the same time, I do get there somehow in the end. I let it dry and I'm patient with this, and I'm trying my best to be more patient. Then I get my art tin of supplies, getting ready for all my watercolor paints, so I know what I have and what I can work with. I know what colors I was mostly going to work with, and that was yellow and blue. So when I started the sky, I gave the paper like a light wash of water, then added some blue to it to, like the wet on wet thing. And I don't know why I did this. I've just seen so many people do this and thought, you know what, let's try this out. So I don't know if I did it right, but it helped. It was a good start, I think. But then I had I had some really light yellow, the lightest yellow I have, so I could slowly build on top of that with some like browns to the yellows to add more depth. And for this piece, I'm using the Peerless watercolor sheets from the May 2020 ScrawlrBox. If you want to check that out, go to my profile somewhere. I do have a playlist of just my ScrawlrBoxes, and also another 2 ScrawlrBoxes which I've not posted yet, but I will be posting soon. Hopefully when I've done the editing, is from the Derwent pastel shades from February 22 ScrawlrBox, and there's a custom VVR watercolors from the hashtag 095 ScrawlrBox, which are the last 2 ScrawlrBoxes Yeah, I'm still trying to edit them ones. So when it comes to going back to this piece, when it comes to the watercolors, if the first color you lay down isn't dried properly, and you try to add another color on top or next to it, and they slowly touch, you can see them mixing together. Like you see it in slow mo, and this happens a couple of times when doing this piece. In some sections they go a little bit green, but if you dab some tissue in the area, it really helps to to not let that happen too much. Um, there is also another reason why this is the reason why with the sky I've made like a white border between the girl and the actual sky yet, because I don't want them merging. I'm trying to focus on getting the girl right, and then I can do the background. So I add more details to the yellow grass, making it darker in some areas, adding details to her clothes, which I did make a little bit too dark, but I see this and I make sure not to make it darker than any more darker than this. So I'm very delicate with the colours I'm putting on top of her. So just adding some details of wheat in the far distance. Also trying to start the horizon line. So this can dry up by the time I get to the blue sky on top. So while it dries, I can add texture to the hair using like watercolor pencils. Then at this point, I start to take off the liquid latex, but keep in mind that I do want to keep certain areas still white. But the highlight on her dress and the thingy, it's a bit too thick, so I try and lessen that. I try and make it a little thinner. So I add the texture to the hair and like little wispy bits. And then I'm trying to like merge the field and the city togetherish. So I'm starting to try and make a horizon line. This I'm blending and adding like yellows and blending them up, so you're able to see in the far distance of the fieldish. And then when this dries, I can add on top blues and darker colors, so it does look like the sky's there. So I think I did pretty alright with that. I'm trying to sort that out. So now that the sky is dry, then I can darken it up in places that need to be darkened. But keeping in mind that there's places that still need to be light, so around the moon and stuff, I try and make sure that that can still shine through, so it still looks like it's, you know, big bulb in the sky. Um, and this is also when I'm trying to get closer to the girl now. So I'm trying to add depth behind her, making her really pop from the background, making sure that she stands out. Oh, I also soon I add like whispers of black within her hair a little bit, so it looks like her hair's flowing, really flowing within, and not just one big clump. But I also do not forget that gap between the hair and the field. Make sure that you colour that in, as I'm just gradually building up colours. And when I've added a good amount to the sky, I add a bit more details to the field, nearer to the bottom of the painting. I also soon I will use a white gel pen, and that is just so because the details within her start to get lost. So the hands are just like bricks. Then there's nothing separating the hands, the fingers, and everything like that. So I sort that out. So I get white gel pen, and I redraw the hands. And I don't use black because the black would clash too much with her and the sky. Like I don't want her to outline her black. It's just too much. So I made sure not to use the black. You know, sometimes you need black, sometimes you need white, sometimes other colours. So yeah, that's why I used white. Sorry, that was a big ramble. I carry on adding layers to the field, so there's depth to the field because there's some, it's still growing. There's some leaves, well, wheat that's darker, some that are lighter, some that are like squishy, and I had some lines to the sun with the same colours from the wheels, the girl in the field, so they kind of connect. And now that I'm getting very close to the end, I'm just trying to let it dry and figure out what else to do. I think I had a little bit more darkness towards, in areas, but this is pretty much near the end. I'm adding some texture to the wheat, but this is pretty much the end. So best to just like finish this off and say that I hope that you like this video. I hope that you are doing well in the ScrawlrBox in the Inktober challenges. If you are doing the Inktober challenges, I hope that you like this video. Please like and comment and subscribe to my channel. Also, if you were a Patreon, you will see more of these Inktober challenges. I post it on Patreon every Monday, and I try and post 2 YouTube videos a week. I'm trying. I'm trying to schedule my posts so that happens. But like I said, you can ask any questions, and I will try and do a Q&A video for Diamond Painting. So yes, I best to just leave you off, and you can see me finishing off this, taking off the tape. I hope that you liked this. If you liked it, please comment. If you didn't like it, please comment. Don't be too nasty. But yeah, I hope that you have a good day, and happy Friday the 13th. Bye.